Thank you, Alok, for joining us on Startup TV for Startupgyan. So let's start the interview with a little bit about you.
So thanks for having me here. I'm with Canaan Partners. We are a global venture capital firm focused on early stage technology-oriented businesses. We have over 10 companies in our India portfolio now, besides our presence in US and Israel.
Okay. So, according to you, what are the top 5 reasons you would not invest in a startup?
There are several, right? So, I think kind of first one for me would be just a fit with the fund. Right? There are certain sectors we invest in, IT enabled at an early stage, and we typically start with $1 to $5 million in investment. So if there's a misfit with either of those, or if there is sometimes a misfit with the promoter's objectives versus our objectives, the promoters who never want to exit a business, we need to get an exit at some point in time, which is 4 to 6 years of typical holding period. So I think fit is the one big issue. How well we like the market is another one. Small markets don't appeal to us. Declining markets don't appeal to us. Markets where structurally it's hard for a clear winner to emerge, where there can be many fragmented businesses, don't appeal to us. So those are some of the things that we look for on the market side.
Okay.
Differentiation and entry barriers. Is there a sustainable differentiator which either exists today or can be built over time is important.
Okay.
Entry barriers are important. We like winner takes all kind of businesses. The team is extremely important, both in their vision, in their values,
Okay.
And also in their execution experience prior to when they come to us. And then, I think from a business standpoint, there's always a question around whether this is a feature or a product or a business. We want to ultimately invest in businesses that can be large by themselves, rather than features that will fit into some of the products, or just technology products which might not have the full business thought out around them. So those would be the 5 things in my mind, right? Fit, market, teams, differentiation, and whether this is an independent large business.
Okay, great. So I have another question for you. Who should raise venture capital and who should not?
Depends at what stage they are looking at. Venture capital is often misunderstood. There is a seed capital side of venture capital.
Okay.
And there is a more classic Series A, $2 to $5 million, where people require some proof of concept. I think the unifying factors are what I mentioned earlier. Right? You're looking at building a large business, which could, in value terms, be 100 million or more in the next 4 to 6 years.
Okay.
In a capital efficient manner, in a market where there can be a few winners, and hence strategic value can be realized from that business. Those are some of the defining characteristics to what we see right to see in the business.
Okay. Now this question is a little tricky. What are the really hot sectors right now from a VC perspective?
The sector that we are excited about, we invest in consumer internet businesses. We are excited about e-commerce businesses there.
Okay.
We think that the opportunity is now to build large businesses in selling over the internet. Mobile web, we've been investing in voice-based and SMS-based businesses. We think the upcoming discontinuity around 3G and broadband wireless access are compelling. As also some of the other areas within mobility, such as payment systems, mobile advertising, and so on. We've been investing in offshore services businesses, where we're seeing more and more businesses that are attempting to go to smaller and smaller customers overseas, or providing more value-added, high-end businesses comprising of technology, outsourcing, and consulting. So those are some of the areas that we are excited about in the broad technology domain.
Okay. I have one more question for you. This is regarding the 3G. What do you think? How is 3G going to make a difference in the mobile VAS market?
Yeah. So, the primary use of 3G from an operator standpoint might be in just making sure there is enough voice capacity. to add more and more mobile subscribers. Having said that, there will be data usage that will pick up. It might be in a packaged services format. It might be in a open data plans format. It might be in form of data cards that sit on laptops. Right. So in all those modes, data access and internet access is going to go up. I think the other trend which is interesting and will layer on top of that is the falling prices on smartphones and some of the early traction we are beginning to see on app stores. So getting applications onto the phone and having a rich experience with those applications on the phone might become easier. So that when combined with 3G should give rise to new interesting data-oriented applications, which should be interesting.
Great. At last, could you tell us something about Indian Angel Network?
Sure. So at Indian Angel Network, we founded that about 5 years back. We are about 120 individual investors. The idea is to do seed funding in a selective manner. Most of us are operating executives in large industries. So the idea is to put in money, but also bring business connections, business guidance to entrepreneurs. Really, if you see, globally or in mature markets like US, there is a 1:1 ratio between angel capital and venture capital. In India, that ratio is probably 1:10. Even though there is little venture capital, the amount of angel capital is even smaller. A network like the Indian Angel Network can help bridge that gap, both from a capital and from a mentoring standpoint.
So, what kind of investment does Indian Angel Network do?
So there will be seed investments. 2 people with a PowerPoint are welcome. Sometimes you see businesses which have a little bit of traction, and that's fine as well. From a size standpoint, we are very open. So far, we've done deals from 30 lakhs to 3 crores. But there's no reason why we can't go smaller or larger than that, given the base of members that we have.
Great. Thank you, Alok.
Thanks, it's a pleasure.